Guys, what is going on? This is Johnny here, first commenter on YouTube, John7 since Origins.sk on Xbox Live, and today I have a tutorial for you on how to make a Minecraft Bukkit Server Plugin using Java and the JDK, so Eclipse, the Java Development Kit. And yeah, so I'm going to show you how to do this right now. So the first thing you actually need to do, you need to download Eclipse, the Eclipse SDK, and just need to download it. And I'm doing this on a Mac, but you can do this on Windows as well. It works the same way every time. Alright, so once you have the files in the description, once you download them, what you need to do, you're gonna go ahead and go to File, New, and we're gonna make a new Java project. And I'm basically going to show you for now how to make a simple Java plugin where basically every block turns into gold. Alright, so this is kind of the thing. So since this is something cool, I'm gonna call this meters mod or something, or let's call this gold maker. Yeah, let's call this gold maker. Alright, then just go ahead and finish this. Copy my settings. But your settings should be the same. Alright, then you're gonna go ahead and right click the gold maker folder and go ahead and go to new and package. And we're gonna make a new package right now and call this, I call this me.ravages.goldmaker, but you can, how this basically works is like not really too important, so don't worry about this. Just put me.yourname.goldmaker, but just no spaces, that's pretty important. Okay, once you've done that, we're gonna right click the package and we're gonna make one class, and we're gonna call this class Goldmaker, or whatever you named your project. And then we're gonna right click the package again, and we're gonna make another class, and we're gonna call this class Player Listener. Alright, now we're gonna go and import and add an external jar file. So you click on the Goldmaker folder, go to Properties, and then you go to Java build path and add external jars, and we're gonna add the CraftBukkit jar, so the jar file you download in the description of the video. This is basically the latest recommended build of Bukkit.org, the website. Yeah, so just go ahead and open this and OK, and make sure not to change the file path of the file you actually downloaded, or it's not gonna work anymore. We'd have to change it then. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Alright, let's go to the Goldmaker class for now. And now what we're gonna do first is we're actually going to tell Java that this is a Java plugin. So extends, so public class, the project name or the class name, extends Java plugin. Alright, now once you've done that, we need to hover over that and import it. And it's gonna say org-bukkit.plugin.java. You can import this manual as well, but you have to make sure that the CraftBukkit jar file is actually added as a reference. Alright, that's pretty important. Alright, now we're going to create a couple of variables. So the first thing would be to actually make a public static variable where we're basically using the Goldmaker, and we are basically making this a plugin. Alright, now we're going to add a public final logger log equals logger.get logger, and then we're going to add a name. You can call this whatever you want, but I'm just going to go ahead and call this Minecraft. That's basically what everyone does, so I thought we'd go with that. And now we're gonna add actually a boolean, which basically sets or tells the plugin whether it's enabled or not. So we're gonna set this to false by default. Okay, now we're going to create the public final player listener. So this is basically what we're going to use for our class. PL, let's call this PL, I'll make it a new player listener, and that's basically how every plugin works. Like those files are pretty much the same. Like you just have to mix up a couple of stuff then, and of course we need to reference this. So this class right here. And now I think we're even going to add an array list in order to get the players. I guess that's kind of a good idea. So let me just do this, and we're going to need player, and we're gonna call this, what was it called again? Goldmaker, exactly. And then Goldmaker users, and then equals new array list of player. And I guess we even have to put some parentheses here. Alright, now you are actually going to see that, there are a couple of errors right here. So you hover over this and import it again. So we're going to import the area list, and we are going to import the player. Alright, don't worry about this right here. That's going to disappear soon. Alright, and now we start the actual part. So the first part would be, I forgot a space, enter. Override, add override, and now we're gonna make the first public void unenabled, so whenever the plugin is enabled, this code is going to execute. And we're gonna put, I think we're gonna put it in the log, in the server log file. We're gonna put something, so let's say we're gonna put, and before I do this, I'm gonna set a variable, alright? So I'm just gonna put another variable right here. Oh my goodness. So public string, and we're gonna call this lol, which equals to, I'm just gonna make this in brackets because I like the way it looks then, but you can do whatever you want, you don't even have to do this, and the space. And now I can simply write lol plus is now enabled. Alright, then it's gonna say GoldMaker is now enabled. Since I'm gonna use GoldMaker quite often, I'm actually declaring a variable right here, but you don't have to do this. I'm just see. Oh, we still have some time left. Let's go. Alright, now, once you have the log info file, we're actually going to need to make a plugin manager, and we're gonna call this PM, and this equals to, don't get me wrong, I think get server parentheses dot get plugin manager. Plugin manager dot, no, not dot, it's alright, no, just this, and now pm dot register events, and now we're gonna add the player listener, and this should work. Hopefully it does, actually, no idea. Okay. Hopefully it does. Alright, so we're gonna add another add override. And we are going to make undisable now, so whenever the plugin is disabled. So let's make another public void. On disable, I'm gonna make 2 parts because I don't have unlimited time right here, so I'm trying to hurry up, guys, but I'm really sorry that I can't do it any faster, but I kind of wanna explain a little bit in order to have you understand that. So the log.info file would be, lol plus is now disabled, just like that. Okay, and now what we're actually going to add is nothing. Okay, I think that's alright. And now I'm going to add another add override, and we are going to make another public, but not a void. This time we're going to make a public boolean. And we're gonna call this on command, so whenever the command is used, we're going to execute. So we need a command sender, we call the sender, we need the command cmd, and then cmd, and we need the string, don't get me wrong, I think it's command label, yeah, sure it is. And we are basically in need of string and arguments. Okay, so now we need to import a bunch of stuff right here. So import command sender and import command. Please do it. Can we? No. Okay. Cool. All right. So now we come to the part where basically having the command. So if command label dot equals ignore case. And now we basically put GoldMaker. So whenever someone is basically typing /GoldMaker, no matter how he puts it, like with caps or not, then this is going to execute. But what's pretty important is actually that we have the argument length is equal to 0. So if that's happening, it's equal to 0, and this is gonna happen. And now another thing is, if it's not enabled. So if enabled is equal to false, which it is by default, then we have to set enabled to true, and we're gonna send the player message. So how do we do that? We just put player sender, and then dot send message, and then we are going to put, I'm gonna put lol is now enabled, and then I'm gonna use the right mouse button for this, so use the right mouse button to turn blocks into gold, I guess. Alright, so once we've done that, we need to add an else. So if that's not true, then we want the enabled set to false, and of course we want to have another message. So player sender dot send message, and again we're going to use lol and is now disabled. Yeah, simple as that. Alright, so that's basically what we have for now. So this is kind of, and what we can even add is a chat color. So just type chat color dot green. Whenever it's enabled, I want the text to appear in green. Whenever it's disabled, I want it to appear in red. So we're gonna put chat color dot red. Okay, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And of course we need to return false. Okay, I think that's pretty cool now. That should work now. So let's get to the next part, the playlist and class, but I don't know if we have enough time for this. Oh no. Okay guys, so I see you in the next tutorial and in the next part of this tutorial. So see you then, and we're gonna make the playlist and class.